Yeah, I just reset the Wi-Fi on the modem.
Did that work?
Yeah.
What, you just turned it off with the power point?
No, there's a button at the back for the Wi-Fi. Just hold that and it turns off, then you hold it again and it turns back on.
This was so saucy when I made it. Hey, Ray, oh, who was with me? Well, so saucy when I made it. And now it's... You like it? Jamie? Huh? Did you like the pasta? It was jarred sauce. Where did I put my third? Oh, it's in my pocket. Oh my god. Why are they slipping on the table? What's this? Check our shop. What, they're going to swim with sharks?
Oh, let's go. 6 Mercedes.
Evening all.
Evening, lads.
Good evening. Howdy, howdy.
Howdy doody shithouse.
Howdy, partner.
Hey, Grim, how are you, mate?
Hey, what? How you doing?
Good.
When you eat? You really gonna have dinner?
What delights have we got in store this evening?
I would say Porsche's off into the sunset, to be honest, mate.
Evening.
Hey,
G'day, g'day. G'day, mate.
Howdy.
How are you?
One more, you know that spread I told you, bro, trust me.
hang on man, I gotta pull over. Is that you, Rodsy? Oh
Yeah.
shit, I just ran over a brake marker, sorry guys.
You fucking smart ass.
You gotta trust it. It's a winner.
Trust what?
What's the strat I told you about in the messages?
Oh.
Tissue off your microphone.
Oh, I'm gonna go and check my messages. Hang on.
In the team, probably spread.
Alright, hang on.
G'day, mate. Good.
Boy, I bought a whole new headset because I thought these ones were fucked up because the mic was turned down. That's hilarious.
Oh, come on, Rodsy. Can't park there. Honest.
He can park here during the race all he wants.
Alright, I read my messages, Rudsy. Get fucked, I'm not doing 4 stops on mediums.
Nah.
For a start, we gotta use hards.
That's right, man. So 3 on mediums, 1 on hards. You fucked up.
Yeah, I was speed reading.
Hey, Ruds is in the Porsche. It won't matter what strategy he uses. He'll be off the distance.
The guy was doing 1 minute 14s last night. You can get some crazy air over that bloody corkscrew.
Ah, fuck.
Ah,
Oh, skill issue. Alright.
I don't know what the fucking problem is here. I haven't had a problem. I never have a problem. Trust me.
Dude, go to the pit, Redzy.
By the way. Well, I'm out of my phone.
So Orgasmic in the party. Okay.
That's it. You there, Orgasmic? All connected this week, mate. Well done.
He does that. Yeah, he's right.
Sorry, Morgs.
You're alright.
Be the closest I get to you all night.
Oh, don't be so sure about that. But a bump draft is always appreciated.
Just not before a corner.
Just not into a hairpin.
Morris, you thought you were Bowers. You thought you were Bowers for a second.
Yes, yeah. Teammates.
No, we can't be having that.
Sorry about that, Grim.
can we?
Oh, no worries, man. You ghosted, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, I saw you behind me. I'm like, fuck, I hope I ghost.
Who's that behind me?
Yeah, now Womble, a little bit more space would have been more appreciated. Thank you very much.
I don't do space.
Space is a social construct.
Anyway.
Fuck.
Sorry.
The only space is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Womble identifies as space.
Space is my pronoun.
Fucking hell. Bloody hell, I hate hards.
We'll find it.
That's not what she said.
They're not so bad as long as you don't use them.
Hey, last night was just terrible for me.
Don't make excuses for the halves, mate. Don't make excuses for the shit.
Yeah.
I tried driving that Porsche on hards the other night. Oh my god, anyone who's doing that's brave. Oh yeah.
I reckon this race is probably going to have the biggest differences in strategy on the season.
That car's looking alright, Rudsy.
Just like they were waiting on.
Alright, what time is it?
8:18, mate. Loco's on his way, so you guys are free to go until 25 past. Just make sure you're in the pits and ready for roll call and briefing.
Yeah.
Skeet, skeet.
I don't know why I'm nervous tonight. I got no chance.
Always got a chance, mate.
Or not a chance of podium. Chance of something. Oh, now you're putting even more pressure on.
But you can always just tank your quality and then the only way it's up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, and my VR's tilted around about 10 degrees to the left. Anyone else here in VR?
Yep.
Do you find yourself having to reset it more often lately?
No, not really. I've noticed when I got on tonight the frame rate's been a bit weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it seems to be alright now.
Yeah. There we go. Try that.
You all good, Loco?
Don't hit the red ones.
If you can line it up, it works well. You can get it straight under your chassis. But yeah, if your wheels are a bit too close, yep, off you go.
Yeah, try and do that.
I can do it on softs, but yeah, no chance on the hards.
Mad.
It's only on the two corners though.
Oh shit.
Alright, you guys want to make your way back to the pits, and when everyone's off the track, we'll get into the roll call and brief. You're right, mate, don't. Yeah, you're right. Get a lap in if you want.
Oh shit. Okay.
Tingy's not in the party, is he?
Isn't he?
I was just in there.
No.
Yeah, no ting. Here he is.
Yeah.
Just waiting on Rudsy.
Sorry, mate, got carried away there.
Ah, you're right, Tingy.
Hi, all.
Evening, Ting.
Hello.
Hey,
Ding.
Hello.
Hey, boys.
Rudsy, you want to jump off the track, mate?
Rudsy.
Got the beer, dude. Rudsy. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I'll do what I want. Is he on a purple?
Yeah, reset that shit on him.
He might be my driver and he might be pretty, but fuck, he's dumb. There we go.
Oh, were you talking to me? I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry,
we meant the other
boys. I was
Rudsy.
fucking in the zone hard then. I'm so sorry. Fuck. Yeah, I didn't have my mic turned up.
Excuses.
All
All right.
right, boys, we're a bit behind
Right.
now, so we'll get
Righto.
into.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's
All right,
go.
let's go through roll call. Once I've called your name, if you can mute your mic, and then we can get straight into the brief and get rolling. Morgs,
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Rudsy,
Yeah, mate.
Asa. I've heard Asa before. Sideshow. Tingy,
Yep.
Grumpy, Atlantis, Loco, Crawl Walker,
Yeah, mate.
Day Walker, Ryan, Orgasmic, Womble,
Yeah.
Grim,
Yep.
and Kaboomer.
Yeah.
All right, 34 laps of corkscrews. Mandatory tyre hards, as you all know. Penalty zone is on the main straight just after the exit of the final turn, turn 11. Make sure you serve your penalties on the left off the racing line. Be wary of pit exit. The exit of the pits will release cars out right in front of other drivers exiting turn 2, so make sure you stick to the left when you exit the pits and be careful there. Corkscrew, I'm just going to read this word for word from Flux. Corkscrew is one of the most iconic and challenging corners on any American circuit. It can, however, be extremely challenging to navigate successfully in its own right, let alone when attempting to go for a pass here. Especially in the lower lobbies, please emphasise to drivers that passing here should only be attempted when you're absolutely confident the move is clean and the other driver is aware of your presence. Dive bombs and late braking manoeuvres into turn 8 are rarely successful and frequently ending incidents if you're not alongside before the braking zone. Mute your mic,
Can you
mate.
mute, mate, please? Whoever
Sorry.
that is.
If you're not alongside before the braking zone, it's best to wait and look for a safer opportunity. Track etiquette. Laguna Seca demands respect and discipline from all drivers when it comes to overtaking. Due to the circuit being narrow and surrounded by sand and gravel traps, means any misjudged move can have severe consequences, not just for you, but others as well. Overtakes must be clean, committed, and well timed. If you're not clearly alongside before turn-in, the car belongs to the car ahead. Reckless attempts are dangerous and unacceptable, and all overtakes should be executed with patience and control. Smart racing means respecting your competitors and limits of the track. Race hard, but race fair. Sausage curbs, as a few of you talking about earlier. Almost every corner on this circuit has a sausage curb at its apex to prevent drivers from cutting corners. You should avoid these at all costs because hitting one will unsettle your car, resulting in a loss of grip and understeering off into the beach, especially at turn 6 being a high-speed corner. Only other thing from that, I will say, with quali, because it's such a short track, there's every chance that the leaders get around and start running up your ass if you're too slow to come out of the pits. So please make sure you exit in a timely manner, but still leave enough space. You should be able to leave 3-4 seconds between each car, and we shouldn't have any dramas. And then the last thing, probably again being a short track, we may face blue flags in this race. If that happens to you, if you're faced with the blue flag, make sure you move off the racing line. Don't fight the driver coming through. And the only other thing I had was if you do have an off during your hot lap in the quali, don't try and recover it and come back on the track. You're going to lose 5 or 10 seconds by having it off anyway. Just let everyone go past and then get back on after that. Anyone got any questions?
No.
No,
Yeah, which side are we serving the penalties on?
Penalties on the left, Grim.
Okay.
All right. I'll reset the lobby twice. After that, make sure you check your tyres. Make sure you mute up, and then we'll get started.
Good luck, guys.
I got something to say.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Yeah, go, Tingy.
Good luck.
I don't know if anyone knows, but the host is also the race director. Whatever the race director says goes.
Yep. Good luck, boys.
Good luck, gentlemen. Well said, Tingy.
Remember to check your tyres, fellas. I'll check everyone's muted up. Once everyone's done, I'll press start. Loco, Sideshow, Atlantis, Ryan, Kabooma, mute up.
Yeah, my mic also has a mute button.
Your mic, not the game. Alright. Alright, that's everyone done, guys, so you can unmute.
Yeah, well done, Kabuma. Well done, Reggie.
Kabuma.
Well done, everyone.
Boys, cheers, Kaboom. Well done.
Well
Well done, everybody in
all
front of
pretty
me
clean.
and behind me. Yeah, they work a good recovery, man. Yeah, I was like, why is he turning?
Guys, just be mindful when we start the race. There's every chance that we're going to have drivers on all 3 tyres. So be mindful that the guy in front of you, beside you, behind you might not be on the same tyres. So make sure you're leaving plenty of space and keep it clean as possible. That first corner is obviously a bit of a motherfucker at the best of times, but if someone's in front of you and you're on softs and they're on hards, you're going to have to make sure you're giving them enough room. And that, if anyone needs to go and have a bathroom break or a drink break or whatever, now's your chance. We've got a couple of minutes.
Can we play quick pitch, boys, or just like
The time might extend that overtime clock as far as possible. They're back in no time.
Yeah.
Well, guys, whoever's behind me, if you tell me what your tire strategy is right now, I'll move to the side as you come, as you get close.
Intermediates, bro. Remember we worked on this sprint. Intermediate. Yeah, dirt to get out of the gravel.
Yeah, dirt tires.
You are a cheeky man, Joey.
You don't get it if you don't ask, bro.
Yeah, man.
And on that, make sure you check your tyres for whatever you're starting in the race.
Howdy. What's up, Ray? Huh? How's your name? It's fine now.
Whatever.
Today was turning up and did it help with that thing from training? Yeah. Stop talking!
Who made this so
You're
long?
like a fool!
Yeah, it was me, mate. Every other week we need it, but not this week. We
Yeah,
may
I
as well
know.
do another roll call while it ticks down, so I'll just run down. Kabuma,
Yeah.
No?
Rudzy,
Rodzy.
Absent again.
was that a hay road? Daywalker,
Yeah, I think it was.
Loco, Crawl Walker,
Yeah, mate.
Womble,
Yep.
Grumpy, brings here fucking Atlantis, Acer, Sideshow, Tingy,
Yep.
Ryan, Gaznick, and Morgs. What happened, mate?
Jesus.
Oh, he just joined the party.
Yeah, 23.
You're good,
Morgsy.
Morgs?
Are you doing this, Rachel?
Morgsy.
What, babe?
No, I was seeing if you had time to feed the dogs before you
No,
went.
I'm about to fucking get on the green card. Fuck off.
Alright, so Rudsy's here.
Just give me 25 minutes, babe, and I'll feed the dogs.
Reggie, your wife sounds clearer than you do.
That's love. That's just love there.
Like, feed the dogs. Righto, card. What the fuck? Oh, there's mints in the bottom of the fridge, babe. Sorry, boys.
Alright, guys. Morgsy.
Alright, I'm meeting up. Good luck, guys.
Probably mute up for that one, mate. Fucking hell.
Sorry, Brando, what was that?
No, just making sure you're there, mate.
Yeah,
Alright,
mate.
guys. Mute up. As soon as everyone's muted
All
up,
right,
I'll
gentlemen,
start.
have a good day.
Good luck, boys.
Good luck.
Oh, hang on. I haven't changed my tyres.
Good race, boys.
Yeah, good race, gentlemen. Womble, did you run out of fuel?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well done, Kaboomba.
You ran out of fuel,
Yeah,
Womble.
thank you.
On the line.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I seen you. Yeah, I seen you come to like almost a complete stop. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, good job.
Yeah, Grim
Yeah.
passed me in about the last 50 metres.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck's sake.
Well done, Kaboom. Good race, mate. I don't know where you went.
Yeah, thank
Mate,
you.
Kabooma just took off.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the stuff.
Yeah, soft
well,
first for 17 laps, I think.
Yeah, good job, Kabooma.
Damn, what the?
You're shitting me. 20 laps on softs.
That's more.
Yeah, you can stretch it.
Christ, not in the Super you can't.
It gets a bit loose around the 17 mark.
Yeah, not on controller automatic. You can't.
Well, that's what I ended up doing. I noticed I was losing a lot of time around that last corner. So I just turned the traction control up to 1, and then it got towards the end there. It's like, had a big enough gap back to day walk. I was like, I'm not catching Brando, so I'll just take it easy. Don't want to put it in the dirt.
Yeah, Morgs. Morgs, I was like, when the hell are your tires gonna fucking give out, man?
Well, I was thinking the same thing with you.
Well, I had mediums and I knew you had softs, so I'm like, any moment now the softs are gonna go out.
Yeah, that mediums are good for this.
No, I had Grumpy behind me. I had to make sure I stayed in front.
Well, Grumpy was on softs also, so I'm like,
Is that that's team seniority, isn't it,
Got battles
Morgs?
tonight.
Sorry?
That was team
was that?
seniority, wasn't it? Making sure you're in front of Grumpy.
Well, yeah, well, that's why it should work. You should all let me finish in front of you if that was the case.
Who was that spun behind me in the Porsche?
that was Ting.
I hope he didn't make any contact with me. I think he just put a wheel in the dirt, but I didn't feel anything.
Nah, that was just me all on my fucking own.
I can't believe I got a clean race on that.
Third time.
First time I've done
Yeah,
that.
so did I, so, yeah.
Felt a bit sorry for you though, Womble, right at the start on the corner.
At the start.
Yeah, when the race starts, you're right on that corner.
Oh, yeah, it was bullshit,
yeah.
especially in...
Oh, that's the worst position.
It's doing the
You start
countdown.
on
I'm
a
like,
corner
oh,
like
get me
that.
through that corner.
Yeah, you start on a corner like that in VR, it's just fucked. It's really fucked. Yeah, never mind. I just took my foot completely off the gas. Yeah, nah, it was a good night.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, yeah, no worries, man, no worries. Yeah, I was just, at that point, I'm like, shit, I need to try to recover as many places as I can.
Who's apologising?
Grumpy.
Alright, Grumpy.
Don't apologise.
Screw you, mate. Yeah, if it hadn't have been for you. No, good stuff, guys. Thank you for that tonight. Good
No worries,
clean
boys.
racing.
I'll see those tomorrow night in the sprints.
Yes,
Awesome.
you will.
Yep.
Have fun, boys. See you later.
This week's my first race this season, so yeah. Yeah. No worries, mate.
Alright.
I haven't done a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think Badge needs to spend a little bit of time in the academy races. Yeah.
Well, you can talk the talk sometimes.